Sat Nam. I'm Akasha Kirti. This is Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra means yogic sleep, and it's a very accessible meditation where you lie down on your back and listen. And you get into this space that is between different states of consciousness, where you're somewhat asleep and somewhat awake, kind of on that edge of asleep and awake. And in that space, we can do some really beautiful work on ourselves. So tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different that I'll talk about in just a moment. But what we do is we move through these different koshas or energy layers of our body. So we start with our physical body by noticing all these different sensations in our body. And then we notice our breath body. We pay attention to our breath and sort of the subtle body around us. Then we move into noticing these different like hot and cold and heavy and light, sometimes those sort of opposites in our body. We're moving then into the mental body. And eventually we move all the way in to what we call the bliss body. And in the bliss body is where we can do some really deep work. We play a lot in this practice with different images. So we play with flashing images when we're in a deeply, deeply relaxed state. And when we're in this deeply relaxed state, what happens is we see images that we've been exposed to a lot in our life, and those images then become neutralized. So we're creating these new pathways in our brain. So go ahead and get comfortable. Start to lie down on your back, doing any stretching beforehand if you need to, and then moving onto your back in a Shavasana. Your hands will be faced up. Your body should be covered by a blanket. Your body temperature will drop. Maybe something's underneath your knees, and just get really comfortable while I explain a little bit about the Akashic Records that we'll be using tonight. So I didn't know anything about the Akashic Records until I was given my Kundalini name of Akasha Kirti. And someone said, oh, like the Akashic Record. And I was like, what is that? So I'm not going to go into it in any great detail tonight. But basically the Akashic Record, the idea behind this is that there's sort of a vibrational storehouse of everything that you've thought, felt, experienced in before this or here and now in your lifetime. And so you can kind of imagine it lots of different ways. You can imagine it as being like a physical place or a realm, or you can imagine it being a different state of consciousness, or you can imagine that it's, like the yogis talk about how we have all these different kinds of bodies, right? It's not just our physical body, but we have this energetic body. So you could even think about the vibration of all of your thoughts and actions and everything that has made up your life or your lives is stored in this vibration that's around your body. So what we're going to do tonight and this is always totally optional, and everything I do is optional. So, sometimes I'll be doing Yoga Nidra and a teacher will say, now we're in the beach, and I think, nah, I'm going to the lake, or I'm going to the mountains. So you never have to do what I suggest. It's always a suggestion. So one thing I'll suggest for us tonight in a minute is to enter into these Akashic Records as we do the Yoga Nidra process. And what that will do is that will just open up your senses a little bit more. And you might be able to feel this. You'll just feel having those Akashic Records open. What that can do is that can help us to access, we sometimes get into these patterns of behavior and we don't understand why we keep doing them over and over. We try and go to therapy, we do all this stuff. We can't figure out how to break the patterns. Sometimes the pattern is rooted in a place that's just kind of hard for us to access. So when we open the Akashic Records, all we're doing is saying we're opening ourselves up to all of that information so that we can heal things that we might not be aware of as, consciously. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the Yoga Nidra process. So you should be nice and comfortable on your back now with your eyes closed. And let's just do a few sighs. Maybe even inhaling, exhaling through rounded lips. Then relax the breath and let it start to be a little bit long but natural. And just start to imagine breathing through your heart space. So imagine the breath is coming in through your heart and leaving out through your heart. And as you keep this heart breath going, breathing, imagine breathing in and out of your heart. As you're lying here on the ground, maybe just imagine that you're kind of hovering above your body for a minute. Just think about how compassionate you would feel towards yourself if you were sort of looking at you from the outside for a minute. Looking at your life, your circumstances, all the cumulative effect of all of those experiences. Just imagine sort of bathing your body that you're looking at from above in all this love and light. All this compassion and forgiving and understanding, patience. As you do this, just start to feel a peace settle over your body. And a softness start to spread through your muscles and tissue. And moving back into the perspective of being in your body. Keep breathing through your heart. And just observing the sounds, smells, the feeling of the blanket on you, anything in your external environment, just be aware of it as you breathe through your heart. And then be aware of anything happening internally, noticing sensation maybe in your belly or your heart or your shoulders, welcoming anything you notice, breathing through your heart. Noticing everything at once now, the outer world, your inner world. And just imagine kind of pulling all of that awareness of the outer and inner worlds in through your heart, breathing it in with love and out with love. All that awareness, breathe it in with love and out with love through your heart. Keep imagining that breath moving through your heart. And I'm going to offer the invitation for you to open your own Akashic Record now, if you would like to. Okay. So I'm going to use, there's many ways to access this, but I'm going to use something from Linda Howe. And feel free to substitute a word. If there's one that feels better, there's not a certain way that you need to do this. Okay. Breathing through your heart. So just repeat in your mind after me these words. And so I do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth. as it is revealed for my highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to me. Oh, and then you can say Spirit of God or Infinite, Infinity or Universe. Protect me from all forms of self-centeredness and direct my attention to the work at hand. Help me to know myself in the light of the Akashic Records, to see myself through the eyes of the records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of myself have for me. The records are now open. Keep breathing through your heart. Now, become aware of your right hand. Feel the sensation of your fingers, the palm, the back of the hand, the wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your right upper arm, your shoulder, your armpit. With this expanded awareness, be aware of the whole right arm. Feel gratitude for the whole right arm. Feel down the side of your body, and then become aware of your right hip, upper leg, knee, lower right leg, ankle, right foot, and toes. And now with this expanded awareness, feel the whole right leg. Feel gratitude and appreciation for the whole right leg. Moving your expanded awareness to your left hand, feeling your fingers, your palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit. And with this expanded awareness, feeling the whole left arm. Feeling gratitude for your whole left arm. Let awareness travel down the left side of your body, landing at your left hip, upper left leg, left knee, lower left leg, left ankle, left foot. With expanded awareness, feel your whole left leg. Feel gratitude for your whole left leg. Feel the sensation of your back, your spine, your neck, the crown of your head. Feel the crown of your head open, receptive. Notice the sensation of your eyes, nose, mouth, jaws, ears, throat. With expanded awareness, feel the sensation of your whole face and head. Feel gratitude for your whole face and head. Be aware of your belly, your rib cage, your heart space. With expanded awareness, feel gratitude for your heart. Now feel both arms at the same time. Feel both legs at the same time. Feel both arms and legs together at the same time. Feel the right side of your body, the whole right side of your body. Feel appreciation, gratitude for the whole right side of your body and the male energy in it. And now feel the whole left side of your body. Whole left side. Feel gratitude for it and your feminine energy. Feel your whole body at once now. With expanded awareness, feel your whole body soft, still. Feel gratitude for your whole body. Feel gratitude for your whole body. Become aware of the space around your body. Notice anything you might not have been aware of before. Color, size. Clear the area around your body of anything that is not for the highest. Become aware of your breath moving through your body, counting down backwards from the number 10. Noticing the inhales and exhales in the form of your belly gently rising and falling. As you keep counting down backwards, feel gratitude for your breath that gives you life. Release awareness of your breath. Become aware of all of the emotions that have been present for you, that are in and around your body. Maybe you even visualize them in and around your body. Maybe you know what they are and maybe you don't. Maybe you can just feel them or sense them. Become aware of those emotions. Feel them on every level. Then become aware of the part of you that's aware of the emotions. Take a step back Watch the emotions. Feel bigger. Feel the part of you almost like a big parachute that comes out and around all of those big feelings and holds them. Feel safe. Now imagine that you are walking into a library, and it's the biggest library you've ever seen. It's so massive that you can't see the end in either direction or in front of you. There are rows and rows and rows of books. Clear, high, high up in all these long rows. Notice the floor, the ceiling, the smell of the books. And as you're at the door of this library, a guide for the library comes to greet you. And you ask this guide to show you where your records are. Where your records are. So the guide starts to walk you through the library. Notice the sound, the soft sound of your footfall on the ground. And then notice when you get to your little library, your little section of the library. Maybe running your finger along the spines of the books. And your guide invites you to consider what it is that you most want to heal, what it is you most need. Or what it is you most need to understand. And then you ask the guide to show you a book that will help you with this intention, to show you. And the guide goes over and takes out a book. Notice its color, its size, the writing in it, the weight. And the guide points to an area in the book. And as the guide does this, you begin to feel an opening. Maybe seeing images or feeling feelings. And just take a few moments here to go on your own journey in this record. If you get stuck, just ask your guide to help you. There's nothing that is or is not supposed to happen. Just go on this journey for a moment, and I'll meet up with you. And now, seeing a book on the shelf that is maybe even says healing summary on the binding. Sort of a compilation of different things, and it's all pictures. Pulling that book out and maybe finding a comfortable spot to sit in the library. And opening it up and maybe seeing pictures that I describe, or maybe seeing different pictures. Just letting those pictures, feeling them on every level, and then releasing them. Maybe seeing your childhood home, a parental figure, someone in prayer, your favorite dish to eat, a rainbow, someone splashing in a puddle, a giant pretzel, an apron, a kitchen knife, a baby stroller, a cracked sidewalk, a dozen roses, a closet, someone crying, someone laughing, an animal, a blanket, a tree, a swing, a playground, green grass. And then thumbing through and seeing any other pictures that may or may not appear for you. Then placing that book back on the shelf. And closing your eyes for a moment and imagining moving into that vast darkness, that vast infinite space inside of you. Feel your expansiveness. Feel the boundaries around who you are get a little fuzzy or maybe even disappear for just a few moments, and just feel it one. Just rest here in this space. And feel yourself moving all the way back down into the library, aware of any spontaneous thought, imagery, or feeling, or not. And then the guide that showed you your book, took you on your journey, gives you a little something, a little gift that fits in the palm of your right hand to help you remember anything that you need to remember from this experience. So as you hold this little gift in your right hand, you remember anything from your journey or any sensation that you need to remember. And then thanking your guide. And as we did at the beginning, repeating after me in your mind these words, or feel free to change the words to words that feel better for you. I would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to thank the Akashic Records for their point of view. I would like to thank the Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Amen. So, becoming aware of the ground underneath you, the ceiling above you, becoming aware of your breath, counting down from 5, I'll ring a bell to signal the end of this session. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yoga Nidra is over. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Begin to circle your hands and your feet. Stretch your arms out long above your head. Stretch a little bit from side to side if that feels good. And then come resting on one side. Once again, just imagine that you're breathing in and out of your heart space, the back of your heart and the front of your heart. One more time, imagining that you're looking at your body from above and extending it love, light, forgiveness, patience. Then making your way to a seated position and placing your hands at your heart center in prayer pose. Lengthening up through the spine, deepening the breath. Feeling gratitude for yourself. Feeling gratitude for the yogis who brought us this practice. And for the person whose invocation we used for the records. Gratitude for your body that is a sacrifice for you to learn, to grow, to experience. We'll close with an Om. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. My light honors your light. Namaste. Thank you. Get lots of sleep tonight, and you'll notice that, at least I notice, that this stuff keeps kind of being worked through as you sleep. It makes for a really beautiful waking up in the morning. Feels really good. Have a beautiful night. Thank you so much for being here.